I always had a dream to play at the highest level, NBA. Really sacrificed my whole life to get to that point. Really didn't care about what I had to go through to be what I am today. My story, everybody got their own story. Everybody got their own path. My story is gonna be my story, you know what I mean?
All right, welcome to the Tampa, Florida Pickup Basketball Podcast. I'm your host, Byron. Today we got Rob Geyer in the building.
Thanks for having me. Good to
and
be here.
And we have the AAC Sixth Man of the Year and Most Improved Player, Selton Miguel, in the house.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. How you guys doing?
Terrific, as always. Another day to talk shop.
Yeah,
Yes,
blessed to be here,
Yeah. So you guys are one of our first guests, so I want to thank you for that. Right, I appreciate you guys taking the time out. I got a list of questions here that we'll start with, that we'll go through, right? So, first question is going to be, how did you guys meet? Because I know you guys have been going at this for a while. I've seen you guys on social media training and that type of thing. So how did you guys actually meet?
Was last summer when during last season where I reached out to the coaching staff at USF. Because, I'm always trying to be around the game, trying to learn from everybody, trying to build relationships. And I asked if I can come and watch a team practice. And that's kind of where we started talking first. Yeah. And then built that relationship through social media. He knew I was training. And then we just got in the gym one day and never stopped. This is our second summer now. And
we're here.
That's where we started.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. I remember with the TNBA, you brought him in to speak to the kids.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first time.
They're still talking about that day. Yeah. It's to the point now where they go to games and they got these posters out there. Yeah. Kids run up to me, hey, look, this is Selton. So they still love him.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, so Selton, you guys had a crazy year over there at USF. You guys won a lot of games. You guys were in the top 25 for a period of time as well. You had a crazy season there. I think you averaged like 15 a game. So you did real well. Your transition to Maryland, what motivated your decision to transfer to the University of Maryland?
From the season we had this year, winning games by winning the conference, you couldn't even go to the NCAA tournament. Mm-hmm. I just didn't want to repeat that again. You know what I mean? Just wanted to go to a power conference and trying to make my last year play in the NCAA. Making my transition to Maryland wasn't hard because I had a cousin that played there already, Bruno Fernando. He played for the Hawks. So basically going there, I already knew the coach too. Like the coach that just got the job there, associate head coach. He knew me since I came to the States. Mm-hmm. He was at UCF. He was recruiting me there, but I never ended up going there. So he always maintained that relationship. So right after we played UCF and NIT, after we beat them, he got a job right there. So as soon as he got a job there, he knew don't waste no time. Like, this
is my guy.
Yeah.
We need to get him here.
Yeah, we need to get him here. And having my cousin that played there, Bruno Fernando, it was just easier. I'm trying to go there to continue his legacy. He's a legend over there. Mm-hmm. Everybody know him. So, just coming in as a second Angolan, play for Maryland, just trying to keep that legacy.
That's good stuff, man. Yeah. So, I've seen you a lot in Tampa, like online and social media and that type of thing. Can you tell us a little bit about how you actually landed in Tampa and how you actually got over here? Because from my understanding, you're from a different country.
Yeah, I'm from Angola.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was born and raised in Angola. My dad from Portugal, my mom from Angola. I moved to Portugal when I was like 12. And then from there, I was still playing ball and everything. Mm-hmm. Lived there for 3 years. And then my older brother came to the States before me. He went to Montverde, and then he ended up going to school I graduated from West Oaks Academy. So when my brother was already here, the coaches here was saw me playing every day overseas, and then they offered me scholarship to come here and train. But it wasn't everything. It wasn't nothing secure. It was just coming here. AAU, we're gonna see how you do.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna decide if you're gonna give a scholarship or not.
Yeah.
I came that summer. I was 9th grade. I was playing the summer and everything. They liked it. You know what I mean? They told me, yeah, you might as well just stay and go change your vision and come back because we're gonna give you a scholarship and everything. And end up staying at West Oaks Academy all this. First, all these years. I mean, all these years I was here in Orlando playing for West Oaks. I used to come to Tampa, play against schools in Tampa. My high school career, play against Tampa Catholic.
Where was your high school?
Orlando, West Oaks Academy.
Orlando, okay.
Yeah. Used to come to all the tournaments here in Tampa. Hoop Festival, things like that, when Oak Hill was coming to Tampa, things like that. Yeah.
Okay, the big boys.
Yeah, the big boys, yeah. So, we was playing those tournaments. Finished high school, graduated. Just to mention, I got my jersey retired in that school, so people don't know.
That's what's up. You ain't finished yet. You ain't done yet.
Yeah, I ain't done yet. But just living West Oaks. Went to Kansas State for 2 years. Did my 2 years there, and then after that, I just decided to come back to Tampa because I knew Coach Gregory. I had a good relationship with him. Even leaving high school, that was still my top 5. Leaving high school, so I always maintained that relationship. And then I wanted to come back to Florida. To be honest, my first time transfer, I want to come to Florida. It'll be between UCF or USF. Yeah, so.
Well, it's cold in Baltimore. You're going to Baltimore now. It's cold up there.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna be used to it. I was in Kansas, so I used to wake up to 3 inches of snow every day to go to the gym.
That's good.
So yeah, coming here, USF. Didn't really had a good year in my junior year last year, but I chose to stay because as soon as Coach Amir got the job, the first person he called, it was me. He was good.
How was he as a coach? Was he?
He was good. He's a good person. He's a good person. I don't know if the court is a good person. Somebody that really care about your development, not just on the court. You know what I mean? You want to be a good man before be a good player. So that's really what happens to all of us. It was good people. That's why we just become that family, you know what I mean? So fast. So yeah, he got a job, and then he called me as soon as he was getting in a jet, come to Tampa. Called me and said, don't even think about put your name in the portal. Stay here. Yeah. Next thing you know, he had
let you know.
Yeah, and then I was like, damn. I was thinking about probably putting my name in the portal, but then I just heard him, he called me and everything, so might just see what he do, because he just won a championship. He won a championship in Kennesaw before he got here.
Right.
So I was like,
so you already knew he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
And then he be in my shoes too. He played college basketball. The struggle, student athlete. So I was like, let me give it a chance, man. Let me get to know this guy and everything.
Yeah. So. Now I'm glad you stayed. I'm glad all you guys stayed. Gave him a shot because you guys really brought the life to Tampa.
Yeah.
Right. I hadn't been to a USF game since I think Dominique Jones. I used to go to watch. I was a big fan of Dominique Jones. I went to several games just to watch him because we knew he was going to be an NBA prospect or whatever. So that was probably the last time. And then actually, you know what? I went another time, a few games when my guy Troy Holston, who we'll have him on the podcast as well. But I see you guys actually follow each other on the gram.
Yeah, it's my guy.
I see. Yeah. So you guys had a couple clips where you guys were going back and forth.
Yeah, an open gym. Yeah.
That's good stuff. Rob, what do you think about the this whole transfer portal thing that's going on? Seems like there's a business aspect to this that us, the public, doesn't really understand.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because as a fan of the USF, I was like, you know what? I was like, we're going to have a great year next year. We definitely going to the tournament. I was just like you. I was surprised when we didn't make it to the...
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of like, something's not right there. I don't know what the politics... I don't know. There was something just didn't seem right there for me. But I understand why you guys all decided to go to another organization because of that. But it seems like there's more of a business aspect to it, too. It's not just, hey, we didn't make it to NCAA for you guys. It's more to, there's a business side, too.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this whole transfer portal and where things are headed in the college basketball scene?
As you said, we talk about this almost every night. It is a business now for these kids. And I think rightfully so, they can take matters in their own hands now. They, if you watch them work, they in there 3 days a week, 3 times a day sometimes. I know Coach Amir had this interview where he said he had to lock the gym at some point because CY, him, they wouldn't leave the gym. So they put in just as much work in as the pros. And now it's time for them to reap the rewards. I hear the negative side of like people saying there's no loyalty in the game anymore and it's all about money. But if you really think about that, kids can make more money in college now than if they sign a G League contract.
Right.
So even high school kids making more money now than full-time pros in the G League. So why wouldn't they take advantage of that?
Right, of course.
Why wouldn't you make sure that your family has a good life because you are good at basketball? And especially with those guys at USF that deserve to be on the big stage, maybe they didn't get the chance because they were at a smaller school in a small conference. Why wouldn't they? Like, I mean, CY is at Alabama now. Him going to Maryland, they play against future NBA, EuroLeague pros every weekend. So I think it's play empowerment is good. They need that, and they finally can reap the rewards a little bit earlier than what it's supposed to be. And also, I think long term for the college game, we have kids staying longer in college now. Now, people say it's for the wrong reasons. It's all about the money. But I think long term, it's going to help the NCAA like grow in quality again.
Right.
Like we had a lot of these one and done movements.
No more
right?
of that now.
Like one and done. It's not normal now. If you see Baker coming in for his 5th year, like players like Sell staying 5 years in college.
Yeah,
now,
might as well.
Like why not? Right. I think going to the trend where, especially with the women's game, they have to stay 3 years in college. We're going to see more of that in the men's game as well going forward. So I think it's beneficial for the boys, beneficial for high-level college basketball. I think it's all wins right there. What it makes it harder for me, working with kids that have aspirations of going to college, makes it harder for them going out of high school to get a scholarship, for sure. Because, of course, coaches get paid to win games. So this is how they keep their job. And if I have the chance to get a 5th-year senior or to get a kid out of high school, of course I take the guy that already has 4 years of experience and knows what's happening. Right. And for those kids, it's going to be harder.
Yeah, for the kids coming out of high school.
For sure.
Yeah.
So every route will be different. There will be more JUCO kids coming up. There will be more D3 players, D2, whatever it is, NAIA. Yep. So they're going to work their way up now.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's well overdue.
Yeah.
Right, because, I mean, the NCAA is $1 billion or a multi-billion-dollar entity. So everybody else is making money off of these kids.
Exactly.
We'll call it what it is. Everybody's making money off these kids. Right, so it's only right that they get to get a little piece of the pie. Right?
They put in the work.
Coaches making millions, assistant coaches making money. Come on, man. And then these guys are the ones doing the work. Yep. Right? So it's kind of like, and then...
especially especially someone like him who left his country, right? Went to Portugal. Somebody with his story, he deserves that.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like he can change his family's generations.
Right.
Like this is, I think it's only right that he has the chance to do so.
Yeah. And so you can send some of that money back over there. It's probably worth way more over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, because we have some staff that's overseas and
for sure.
Why not take care of them? The little bit of money I send them, they're like, we rich over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's good. That's good stuff, man. Coming from Angola, says, how has your cultural heritage shaped your approach to basketball and life in the U.S.?
When I first got here, everything was different, Just came from Angola and then Portugal and then you stayed to like 3 different cultures. From the language to people to food to like how people live on a daily basis, you know what I mean? So when I got here in the summer, so I still had those 3 months, June, July, August, before the school starts, so I can pick it up a little English. Because I came here without speaking no English.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't speak no English?
No English.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, I came here with no speaking.
You speak good English now.
I guess.
Because, I actually I was reading that you speak like 4 languages.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I couldn't even speak. Yeah, I can barely speak English now. You know what I'm saying? Never mind speaking 4 languages.
Yep.
So coming here in my first 3 months, AAU and things like that, I picked it up a little bit, not really a lot. So still went to high school. I used to be lost in the classroom, like teacher talking, I don't know what's going on, like I'm just there. So So like just be around playing up in gym so much, be in practice, be around the coaches. So like you start picking up the same words every day the coach is talking about, the teacher talking about, and I start picking it up. And then my brother had a rule when I got here, not speaking no English. We're not speaking no Portuguese, only English.
Only English, okay.
Yeah, so like it was hard first, but then it was good for me to pick it up quick because I really need it. You know what I mean? So I used to be in environments that I don't know what's going on because I didn't know the language. So yeah, just adapted that to the language and American culture. Of course, it's different. You know, we coming from different. I'll say culturally, history. Like Angola is way different. You know, we've been to wars and everything over there, and Angola is different than the U.S.
Which place do you like better out of all the places you've been?
I'll be honest. I like America because of basketball, but like my family is back home, and then everything else is back home.
Are you the only one out of your family that's here?
No, I have
your brother, obviously.
Yeah, my older brother and my young brother here too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But your mom and your dad.
My mom and my dad and my little sister back home.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Do they ever come to the game? Have they been to any of your games?
No, they never been to the States.
They've never been to your game. Wow.
Never been to the States
from
high school.
They watch it on TV or online or something like that.
Yeah, they work a lot though. Yeah, they always working, so like they barely have time. Yeah, but they always tune in. The whole country tune in.
You got to make that happen so they can experience that, though.
Yeah.
Because you got this your last year.
Yeah, my last year.
Yeah, they got to be courtside. They got to be able to see.
Yeah, they got to.
Who was at your game at USF?
My brothers.
Yeah.
And my mentor.
And your mentor, okay.
My mentor, yeah. His name is Barry Myers.
Okay.
Probably the guy that took me in open arms when I come to the States because he's the sports director at West Oaks. But like before that. Like he already knew my dad, so that's really the reason why we got to the States because of him. Like he already had a good relationship with my dad because he used to go to Africa. My dad had like a company to like do basketball games, shows, bring like rappers or bring like other singers from other countries to Angola. So like he used to bring he brought 50 Cent.
Did he?
Yeah,
he was like in the promotion.
Promotion.
Yeah.
So he brought 50 Cent to Angola, the whole G unit.
That must have been crazy.
Yeah, so like
you remember that?
I remember that. If I had pictures, I'll send it to you. I was on stage with them.
You're a fan of 50?
Yeah, I've been on 50.
Yeah, 50's one of my guys too. I like 50.
Yeah, my dad used to brought Akon to Africa. So he brought a lot of artists. I used to be courtside with them, be on stage because I was so little. I didn't know what's going on. I was just there having fun. But yeah, so him bringing those artists to Angola. My mentor, it was the one helping him bringing having the connection with them here. Mm-hmm. So they built that relationship. It was more than just work. It became a family, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, him, my mentor, took me open arms, the one that been helping me since I've been in the States from advice to like guide me to the right direction, who I'm playing with, what school I go to. Yeah. Just things like that, daily basis, somebody that I can really trust. Yeah.
Gotcha. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. So, Rob, let me jump back over to you. Mm-hmm. Similar story, whereas you're not from the U.S. either.
Yep.
Right? And you've only been here a few years. He's actually been here a little bit longer than you.
Yeah.
Did you speak English when you first came over here?
Yeah.
You spoke it, okay.
Yeah. Like British English. What they teach us in school over there in Germany is British English. Like the slang English, I'm just picking that up.
So how did you arrive at... What was the decision that made you move to the U.S.?
9 years ago, I did a camp over at Orlando. It was the Orlando Magic Youth Camp. The guy who runs the camp, he has a mutual friend from France that was basically like crazy coincidence that we moved into the same small village in Germany and started connecting through basketball. He brought me over with a group of international kids. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't even supposed to coach that week. I just was there because we brought in 5 kids from Germany and all their fees covered my flight, basically. I wasn't supposed to be paid. I wasn't supposed to coach, just to be there, soak up all the experience. And then Jack, who's now my boss, he asked me, like, yo, you wanna coach with us this week? I can't pay you. And I was like, man, I don't care. Give me a T-shirt and I'm good to go, right? So that was my first coaching experience in the U.S. Got a chance to coach the Orlando Magic camp for a week, and when that was over, he was impressed by what I did on the court. My attention to detail, how I interact with kids, how I was able to connect with kids I've never met in my life. not my natural language, right? And we stayed in touch ever since. And then during COVID, I told him, yo, my contract is expiring here in Germany, and I would love to make the jump. Like, can you help me through the visa process? And he was all for it. And then fast forward 3 years ago, I finally moved. I was all during COVID. It was crazy. Like, the paperwork was tough, getting all that done. And then we moved to Orlando first for almost 2 months. Lived with a family friend of his because his house that he built in Tampa wasn't done yet.
Right.
So
he was in Orlando at that time.
He was in Orlando because he's running the Orlando operation for the last 17 years. And then he opened up Tampa. And I slept at his family's friends, like on the back room on the couch for the first 2 months. That was my welcome to the USA moment. And now we're up here in Tampa, up and running for 2 years now. Yeah,
that's good. That's good stuff. Yeah, Jack's a good guy.
Oh yeah, I love him to death.
I went to a couple of those Orlando Magic camps with Jack. Jack is a high energy. Let's go.
High energy human being. Yeah. On the court, off the court, he never stops.
I can imagine playing against him back in the day.
His JUCO times. He showed me some clips. He was nasty.
Crazy.
Dunking on people.
So a little bit about your basketball career, right? Because I understand you played. I think you played maybe college, and then I've heard you played professionally too at some point. Can you tell us a little bit about that journey?
For sure. Yeah. I started playing when I was 9. As always, like in Germany, you grow up, you play soccer first. That's what it is over there. So I was a goalie, got hit in the face too much with the ball. Said, no, that's not for me. So I started playing basketball when I was 9. Was more just for fun in the beginning. And then I did my first camp. I was like, yo, this is really what I love to do. And very first camp, I got the award for the most improved player and the hardest working kid in camp. And this is where I really fell in love with the game. It's like, yo, that grind is actually fun. Like being on the court 6 hours a day, 7 hours a day, playing, training, getting better. And then I just worked my way through local clubs and made it to the highest, like I would say you can consider that like AAU basketball here on a high level. Like when it's the highest level of all the EYBL Scholastic League where the top kids in that age group play each other. I made it to that level in Germany, in the highest under-19 league. And then I worked my way up to the third highest league in Germany, got to experience like semi-pro, pro level, like it was right on that verge for 2 years. But I started coaching camps simultaneously and fell in love with coaching. And when I was 21, I stopped playing on a high level. And over there in Germany, you have to get coaching licenses to be able to become a team coach. So I started that journey. And now I'm into it 10 years as a full-time coach. That brought me here. I got to experience all of Europe. Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague tournaments in Spain. I went to Hungary, Slovakia, like all over Europe. Like basketball has brought me to a lot of places.
It's good stuff. And now you're the director of the TNBA Tampa AAU organization.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I've been blessed to do that and trying to get all the experiences I have with the pros that I trained over there, with college players like Selton, like the youth basketball that's been played overseas, trying to bring all these experiences together and help these kids.
It's good. So you've had, just in your 2 years with TNBA and Tampa, you've seen a big jump in kids. I think you guys had, I don't know how many you guys had last year, but I feel like you guys had a couple hundred, 200-300 maybe this year, just a 1 year period. So you're doing a great job with that. So going into year 3, year 4, I mean, I'm expecting you guys to really take Tampa over. Or at least
that's the goal.
Yeah, right? Do some real, you know.
I know there's some big players here in the city.
Yeah, there is.
We still the new kids on the block, but we trying our best.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Selton, let me jump back over to you. Outside of basketball, like what are some of your interests? Like what do you do on your free time?
Outside of basketball, probably like, even though it's not coming, I read like motivational books.
It's good stuff.
I read, I go to the movies, But at the same time, I'm more like a family guy. I like to be around my family, you know what I mean? So I'm always hanging out with my brothers. Go out to eat, go do fun things together, you know what I mean? Museums, things like that. Trying to show my younger brother, because he just got here this past year, trying to show him more around.
How old is he?
How old is he? 18.
He's 18.
Yeah, he's graduated high school.
Okay.
Yeah. So but he just got here this past year.
And he's a hooper too?
No, he play football.
He play football? Okay.
Yeah, he gonna play football. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He started basketball late, and then after that, it was just like, yeah, let me try another sport. So that's what we're gonna do with him. Yeah, just simple guy. I really don't do too much. Like I like being in the gym, to be honest.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You have you seen? What was the most recent movie have you seen?
I seen the what is that called?
I'm asking because I took my kids to a movie a couple weeks ago, so I want to see if you went and seen the same movie. So
no. I seen the it's a horror movie.
Okay, yeah.
I seen I forgot. I seen it like 2 days ago. The junk. The junction.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Something like that. I forgot, but like it's a horror movie.
Let me tell you what I went and see. I went and took Miles and the kids to go see Kong versus Godzilla.
Okay, there you go. They like it.
I watched that.
Yeah, that movie was crazy.
Yeah.
You had seen that too?
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah, because it came out probably 2-3 weeks ago. But yeah, we had to go check that out.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm into all that, like that MonsterVerse crazy spaz. Okay. Yeah. Miles is a Godzilla guy. I'm more of a King Kong. You know,
I see.
Pound your chest type.
Yeah.
You know.
Not surprised there.
Yeah. No surprise, right? Yeah, man. So cool. So Selton, with your experience and skill set, what unique contributions do you aim to bring to the Maryland basketball team?
I'll be like for a coach that really let their guards play, just like Coach Amir. He's a guard like basically guard first and then bigs basically system. Mm-hmm. But we have 2 good big men coming in, not team. So like they're really going
transferring in.
We got a freshman, Alabama McDonald's, Derrick Queen, Monvert, and then we got a second team out league coming back, Juju Reese.
Okay.
Yeah, so they both gonna be in the front court.
Okay.
But just expecting somebody that can come in and really contribute both ends of the court. You know what I mean? I'm coming in with a role that I can create for myself, even though I play without the system. You know, somebody that can come and score. Make plays for each other, for others too. Somebody that can come in and really like make the fans like understand what's going on. You know what I mean? Like. I love playing with the fans. I don't know if you've seen this year USF.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, we turn that thing around.
Fans know, I know.
Yeah, so somebody that can come in and be like fans' favorite, you know. Yeah. I like to play with the fans and, just trying to really like be that guy because I got 1 more year. So like my experience is not to go down. It's to like keep going up. Whatever I did these years to
So what are your goals? That's a good question. What are your goals for this year as far as like personal?
Yeah, I would say like definitely be one of the best players on the Big Ten. Okay. Trying to make the NCAA tournament for sure with that team. Trying to win is most important. Like really, like college basketball, you can have all the awards, but if you're not winning, it really don't matter. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
I'm really trying to win as much as I can, and of course, individual, like trying to make all the awards I can make. You know what I mean? From the best teammate to the best player in the league, you know what I mean? Right. So, like, it's something that I'm not looking forward to, but, like, it's something that I really want, for myself. Mm-hmm. Now, just, trying to be one of the best players in the league. Of course, make first team, second team, third team, whatever it is. Somebody can come in and, people can talk about, have an impact, you know what I mean? Have an impact, right away impact. Not just somebody that was there, it's just another fresh, another transfer. Now, I want to be there as another transfer, but they know who I am.
Yeah. Well, you've improved year over year as from what I've seen, and I don't anticipate anything other than that. Like I feel like you average 15 this year, probably go there and average 20.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Right? Because the asset come in, you know me, I'm obsessed with video. So when I heard he committed, I jumped right into Synergy, clipped a couple things. I think the biggest impact that he's gonna have is he's a 40% three-point shooter. You see the degree of difficulty, like he can be lights out. And if you look at the stats last year, Maryland was at like 28-point-something% as a team. I think that's going to be something where he will help the team out a lot, especially with those 2 dominant big men down low. And they're pass first big men that will help him a lot.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing when I was talking to a coach Kevin Wheeler is the head coach over there. They really struggled last year with the 3-point. That's probably why they didn't win a lot of games.
How many did they win?
I mean, they finished at the bottom.
They all
Big Ten.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they finished at the bottom Big Ten. They won. I think they went to the tournament 2 years ago. Last year they finished the bottom, and then this year they're trying to get back up. So they really struggle with the three. And then I'm not the only guy they're recruiting that really shoot. We got another point guard coming from Belmont, Gillespie, can really shoot the ball too.
Yeah.
So like they basically like it's a team that it's a coach that likes shooting threes. Basically, it's a system that likes shooting threes. Yeah.
And you play defense too.
Yeah, sure.
So you don't just shoot threes. You play defense, which is why I think Coach Rob really clung to you. Yeah. He likes decent defensive guys. So
yeah, I mean, I had a couple slacks sometimes, but when I'm tired,
yeah.
But like comes with everything. Trying to play both ends of the court is really important. Just you can just be a scorer and then the other player scores on you. You know what I mean? Like it makes no sense.
You're gonna have you're probably gonna have a leadership role over there.
Yeah, for
being
sure.
a little bit older, being a fifth-year guy, you've been around. You guys had a successful season last year. So you're probably gonna be looked to be a leader. You probably take a lot of shots. Probably offense will probably flow through you.
Yeah.
This year at USF, you guys had some. You had young blood over there. You had Kashawn. I mean, you guys had some ball. You had that young freshman, that guard who was nice. Yeah, so you guys had a squad. So I don't as much know about Maryland like that. Like you said, they were at the bottom, so they didn't really get a lot of press. But I'm gonna be watching closely to see what's. Who knows? Maybe we might go to a game.
Oh, for sure.
They don't play USF, right? So we wouldn't.
Nah. We're in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
UCF,
so we ain't never
Big
gonna.
12.
Okay.
It's a short flight.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they make it to the NCAA, we in the building.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, the non-schedule about to come out, so we're about to see who we're gonna play before the conference. So like we might play Florida State, maybe. You never know. So any Florida team, so we might come back to Florida. I never know.
I gotta ask, as far as going pro, what are you envisioning your pro career looking like?
Oh yeah, for sure. I always had a dream to play at the highest level, NBA. Really like sacrificed my whole life to get to that point. Really didn't care about what I had to go through to be what I am today. All I had to do is just like keep going. I feel like of course, a lot of kids coming from overseas, coming from Africa, and then they do, but like I feel like my story, everybody got their own story. Everybody got their own path. My story is gonna be my story, you know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody else's story gonna be everybody's story. I just feel like being here in the States for 8 years and without my family, so like there's a lot of sacrifice to do that.
It is.
You know what I mean? Being this type of environment I am today, and just gotta be blessed, you know what I mean? Just gotta be blessed to be in this position. And for sure, just whatever I went through and whatever I'm going through to get to what I am, what I wanna be, it's just gonna get harder, you know what I mean? It's gonna get harder. It's not gonna be any easier. I feel like the things I went through, it couldn't be harder than the things I'm about to go through. Man, we went through a lot, man. But yeah, just I want to play, definitely play in NBA. This is the reason why I'm going to Maryland too. Coach Kevin wanna really help me make that jump. There's really a conversation we always have, me and him. Just trying to make me play in a bigger stage and trying to make that jump to be seen, in the highest level. Because I'm playing Maryland, I'm playing DC.
Yeah.
Big Ten is probably one of the most
competitive.
I don't say most competitive. I'll say in the media wise, it's probably one of the most like coverage.
Oh.
Yeah. So like being there and have all the lights on, you know what I mean? Just it's a different stage. It's different than you score 20 in USF and you score 20 in Maryland. It's different.
Yeah, you're gonna do the same though.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying like
he knows,
the media coverage is different.
He knows that.
Yeah. So like So there's really
so that conference used to be. So now we can talk freely now, right? So that conference used to be the ACC.
What conference?
Back in the day, right? It used to be ACC, I think it used to be, because you used to have UNC,
Yeah,
Duke.
yeah.
What was it?
They
What
were
was it
all in the
called?
Big Ten. Yeah.
Yeah, because Maryland was part of that conference. And the only reason why I know that is because back when I was coming up, they had won nationals. Remember the year they won nationals with Juan Dixon and all that? Well, I'm from Maine, and there was a top player in the state of Maine. His name was Nick Kaner Medley.
Oh, okay.
And he had went there the year after they won nationals.
Oh.
Right? And I think they had coach, the guy screamed a lot. I can't remember his name. His name was Gary something.
That was way before my time.
Gary, yeah, because this was 2002, 2000. Yeah, he was 5 years old probably. Yeah, it was. I think his name was Gary Williams or something like that. I think his name was. But yeah, no, it was a different conference back then. It was like ACC, because I remember it was like Duke.
Yeah, Maryland was another conference for sure.
Yeah, it was. So
It's just I know a lot of kids will be watching those videos. You won the Sixth Man of the Year award, but you basically were the sixth starter at USF. Like people called you that all over the media. What was your mindset going into like, I've started only 4 games, but did that mess with you? Because I know BG, when he was there, he had like big aspirations for you. You said Amir was always the players coach. Like, what was the conversation like, and what was your mindset going into the season, knowing you would not be a starter? But what helped you flourish in your role as the sixth man? Was there ever a situation where you thought about, man, I'm not starting, this is not what I signed up for? I want to, like, what if I had transferred? I would be a starter. And, what was your process going through that?
People, some people got the misunderstood, you know what I mean? Like, I had an agreement with Coach Amir, you know what I mean, basically. You a leader on this team, you know what I mean? So I want to see how can you handle come off the bench and have other teammates follow you and see how you respond. I told him, Coach, as long as you let me do what I do, I have no problem coming off the bench. I mean, I'll be finishing the games. I'll play 30+ minutes. So like, coming off the bench is just a saying. You come off the bench. You know who to trust in the moments. You know who to play in the moments. And then I had that trust with him. Because if I didn't have a trust with him, I probably would have tripped. Like, I'd probably be like, oh, what's going on? You know what I mean? But, like, we had that trust even before the season to even, like, make me understand why you want me to come off the bench. I had an agreement with him. He told me, you come off the bench, don't worry about it. You're not come off the bench because it's something. It's better for the team. Because you can handle more stuff than probably your teammates can handle. You know what I mean? Because you older, you've been through it. So, like I said, Coach, I have no problem with it as long as I play. And turns out it was good for me. Ain't nobody on the league average 15 come off the bench. I was the only one. I'm averaging the same as the starters. You know what I mean? So, like, being most improved, being second team, everything off the bench. So it's just more for me. You know what I mean? People are going to respect you even more. Because, you can't, especially in this level, like, D1 athletes go through health issues, you know what I mean? Like,
mental health. Yeah.
Mental health issues. Mm-hmm. Thanks for the word. So, like, I feel like a lot of players on my position would probably trip. It would gave up. It'd be like, how can I average this, and I'm coming off the bench?
Yeah.
How can I do this? Like, they start, like, question themselves, like, what's going on? If it's really, like, what I signed up for. But I never took that way because I knew, like, if you're doing this, and then the games, he's showing me, like, I'm taking it 2-3 shots back-to-back, and you're not taking me out. So that means, like, there was a trust in there. Like, he just really understand, like, if this man can come off the bench, you got big influence on the team, they just score the ball. If he can do this, that means we're going to have a good season. And turns out, like, just always stay prayed up, straight, stay consistent, stay consistent off the core of my habits, and everything just translates to the game. Just talking to him on a daily basis, telling me just, don't worry about it. You're going to get what you deserve. Just keep putting the work in, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that's good stuff. What was that conversation like when you told him that you were going to transfer? Or you had decided,
Yeah, it wasn't good. At first, wasn't good. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At first, wasn't good because he had already plans. He had plans to not really recruit nobody else. Like, he probably going to recruit a big man. That's it. for our team. It's Jamil. He just committed to Camp Cincinnati. But we plan to keep probably like the whole team. But at the same time, like
he understood.
It took him a minute to understand.
Yeah.
It took him like 2-3 weeks to understand. Like damn, like something.
Yeah, because there's a brotherhood that goes in with that.
Yeah,
when you guys go through them battles and you know what I mean, there's something that you can't really explain that.
Yeah.
So I understand it, but you know, I was always like, man, the coach is probably like going crazy because I think you started it.
Even the top 3 guys,
right?
leaving.
Yeah, these are the big players, man. And then the fans too. You guys are the players.
Yeah.
But what about the fans? You guys have no idea. You had no idea who we are watching you. Everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so it's tough on everybody.
Yeah.
It really messes with everybody's emotions, man. You know, we're high, we're winning, we're 25 in the country, and then we don't make the tournament, and then all our guys, man, it's just, it was an emotional ride for us.
Yeah, he didn't took it well at first, but then after 2 weeks, we still talking and everything, still asking me like, you sure about this? Like,
he's still trying to just pick at you.
Like, are you sure? Like, think it's the right thing to do. Like, you think we can develop you to get to where you want to get, things like that. But like you said, like, we put in too much work in that people at the outside, they're the one to give reward for. No, people from the school, the coaches, but we're the one that putting the work in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're the one that
got the talent.
Yeah, we're the one that got the championship. For the school.
Yeah.
So like, we're supposed to give reward somehow. You know what I mean? And of course, it wasn't good at first. And of course, we got a lot of backlash from the Twitter, from the fans, people on campus see us trying to say something negative. But like, at the end of the day, it's a business. Like, you gotta look at it as a business. You cannot look at it as relationships no more from now on, 2024 until whenever. Because like I said, like, if you look like that, I feel like people gonna take advantage of you.
Right.
So if you look as a business standpoint, okay, I'm here, I'm gonna do what I have to do, I'm gonna get rewarded, and like and see like where it's gonna turns out. So yeah, like I said, it wasn't good at first, but then he understood.
Yeah, we like internally, me, Dom, and Renee, we talked about you guys going to the NCAA tournament, and I was on the side of they definitely going.
Everybody expected that.
I was like, 2 weeks ago, they were just top 25. So there's no way that they dropped from top 25 to not top 70 at least. How many teams are playing the NCAA tournament?
60-something? 64.
Yeah, so there's no way they go from top 25. You guys had rattled off 25. Yeah, you guys rattled off like, what, 12, 13 games?
That was low. 19 game win streak or something like that? Yeah, it was
17.
Yeah, you guys rattled off 17 games in a row. So I'm
beating
like,
FAU
man,
and them.
Yeah, come on, man. So I'm like, there's no possible way they're not going to make the tournament. I'm talking about we had debates, arguments about this thing, right?
Yeah.
And then it comes out that you guys didn't make it. So I was like, damn, they actually didn't make it. So I just being a business guy, I was like, it's got to be something else. There's something behind the scenes that we're not aware of.
Yeah.
Somebody, maybe somebody else, I don't know. Maybe some money, I don't know. It was definitely something. But when you guys got that news, right, as a team, talk us, kind of like explain how.
Yeah. Like at first, even though we was on a winning streak, like we was beating all the top teams, all the ranked teams and everything, like we knew like people was only talk about our non-schedule, non-conference schedule.
They would say, well, who did they play?
Yeah,
they ain't play nobody.
Who they play? Oh, they only play FSU.
Yeah, they ain't play nobody. Yeah.
They lost to Harsh for a main, but that was early, right? So that's probably why I was like, even though we had a good non-conference schedule, but like we just beat ranked teams, and we in the largest winning streak in the country, like 9 in the conference in the country. You know what I mean? So like those two reasons can get us to the tournament, but at the same time. It was just tough. Like we was hearing in different
so everybody
perspective from different people from ESPN, from coaches, from Twitter. Just like people not sure if you're gonna make it regardless if you're top 25. Because it's not about who you beat, it's about the net about the teams. So like,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
It's a net. So like it's a net. Like every team. Every non-scheduled tournament you play, every team you play, like imagine we play, the only big team we play was FSU in the non-schedule, right? Non-conference. So like they got a net. Every time you beat a team that is as high as them,
You get a certain amount of points or something
yes,
like
you
that.
get a certain amount of points. So it's about the points. It's not about like who you play. You know what I mean? So like imagine you to play. If we had another big team,
so that's how they do it.
yeah, that's how they do
It's
it.
a point system.
Point system.
So if you beat a team that's in a better conference, they're worth more than you beating a team that's in a whack conference.
Like we lost to Maine, we lost points.
You lost to Maine.
Yeah, we lost points. We lost to Hartford, we lost points.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So like we gotta get those points back up.
I got you.
Playing somebody else.
Yeah.
Like way bigger than them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like I feel like our net it wasn't like as high as even after everything done, even before the NIT, after we won the conference, everything we lost to UAB in a championship tournament, semifinals tournament. Before that, we already knew like they're gonna try to come they're gonna try to come up with something for us to not make the tournament.
Oh, so you guys already knew it.
Yeah, like we had to win the tournament or we're not going to the tournament.
You already kind of internally, you guys were already.
Yeah, we was like, okay,
Was Coach
maybe.
Amir, was he giving that advice or was it just the players?
Coach Amir was just like, we going to the tournament regardless. Like,
Right, that's how I was.
yeah, you going to the
I
tournament.
was like, nah, they definitely going to the tournament.
Even though he was hearing all this, different perspective,
Mm-hmm.
it was still saying we're going to the tournament. Because one thing good that could have happened was we beat FAU, right? FAU went to the semifinals, they lost to Tampa. If FAU would have won the tournament, we probably would have gone to the tournament with them. But like, we lost to UAB and FAU lost. So like, UAB had to go regardless. And FAU was already there because they had a better non-conference than us.
So it was really a numbers thing.
Yeah, it's a numbers thing.
It was a numbers thing. It wasn't even about the wins and losses.
Nah,
it
it's
was
about the
really a
numbers.
numbers thing.
Yeah.
So they don't have. So what's the whole point of having a committee? Don't they have like a committee that sits and analyzes each team and then makes a decision?
Yeah.
Because if you're going to have a committee, shouldn't the committee be able to override certain things?
Yeah, but I feel like this is really how they go for it. Who makes the tournament or not? By
Yeah,
the
because
network,
a human being is going to look at you guys and be like, they need to be in the
They
tournament.
need
Yeah.
to be, yeah.
Right? So it must be just a numbers thing.
yeah, it's a numbers thing or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever it was.
Top
We don't know.
25, won 17 games in a row, got a couple big-time wins, a most improved program, got a new coach. Like, that's enough right there.
Yeah.
What are we
That's
talking
thought.
about?
That's what we thought. Yeah.
I really heard that FAU didn't win the conference.
Yeah. Because they was protecting FAU to win everything.
Yeah.
So they don't have nothing to say about FAU. You know what I mean? But they didn't. And then after that, it was just us. Like, damn, how we won the conference and we can go to the
So those losses that you did have, Maine, the what was it,
Hofstra and Central
what
Michigan.
happened in those losses there? Because those should be like laid out. I know you gotta beat everybody, right? Ain't no team gonna let you beat them.
Yeah.
But those, I feel like USF is supposed to beat Maine.
Those was the first 4 games of the season. So it was early for us. Like, we were trying to figure out, even though we know who's who, what role each player, but we were still trying to figure out, like, coach still was trying to figure out which
Chemistry.
rotation, who to play, who's playing all 12 guys at one point. So, like, after, like, coming from Hartford, we played UMass. We lost to UMass at home. It was probably the best game we played. UMass, after those 3 games, even though we lost by like 9. But that's when you figure out, like, oh, that's who I should play.
This is the rotation.
This is the rotation. Who should take the shots, who not. So we went to FSU. After FSU, we beat FSU by like 20. You figure out, like, okay,
This is it right here.
let's see what it. And from there, we didn't lose.
That was your coming out party that season too.
Yeah.
You went
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
You hit some big threes.
Yeah. So after that, it was just early, just trying to figure out how the team's gonna look for the rest of the season. And then we needed that. We needed that to wake us up. You know what I mean? We was just going those games like, oh, it's Maine, or we're gonna chill, or it's Central. But at the end of the day, it's not high school. High school, you go to the game, you go and win. College, you really don't know. Like, everybody can win, everybody can lose anything.
Yeah, somebody get hot that night.
Yeah, like, they college players, like, they got a scholarship to be there to play. So, like, they cannot be, like, that terrible. You know what I mean? So, like, it's one thing about college, like, you got to really be humble every game from whoever you play, from the lower conference to the biggest conference. You really got to be humble every game. You just got to respect them. You know what I mean? Because you just never know.
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice, especially for new players coming in, younger players. That's good advice there. You got to respect everybody.
Yeah, got to respect everybody.
Don't underestimate nobody.
Yep. Take us back to AU days for a minute. You played with Team Breakdown, right? And I came across some YouTube footage where you played Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
At the UAA circuit. What was it like playing against him back in the days? Like, what was that whole circuit experience for you? Playing against the top level competition in high school.
Yeah. I started with Detroit, Nike, but then I went to Breakdown because I was a sophomore and was playing already 17U. So like that's why I got a opportunity to play against Anthony Edwards. Guys like Scotty Lewis, guys like Antoine. So the guys that was running the circuit that year. It was good, you know what I mean? Because now everybody want to go to Nike and everything, YBL. But back then, it was really between Under Armour and YBL because you have talent, you know, people that follow with the camera everywhere you go, both circuits, not just one. So it was good. It was good experience, you know. Got to play, I was like 16, 17, got to play, you know, against those guys at that level, you know what I mean? Even though I was a grade under. It was good. I mean, definitely playing against Anthony Edwards, like, it was the same. Like
He was like that?
He was already like that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he just got bigger and got better skill now. But, like, he was already, like...
Dominant.
Like that. You know what I mean? Like, we come into the games, we know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, he's just trying to win the game now. You know what I mean? You know, he's probably going to get 40 or 30 against us. You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like he's one of the guys that kids really should look up to. Because he's like, he had too many reasons to give up. I think his mom and grandma died in his high school, even before he went to Georgia. So like, you know, snap. Like, he those type of kids that like really just want it more. You know what I mean? When you want it more, like you're gonna get it. And then he had the right people around. And so like, I feel like kids really should look up to that man. Because like, you know, his story is different, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You think he's gonna win the championship this year?
He got a chance. I don't know about championship, but he got a chance. He got a chance to get far to the playoffs.
Who's gonna beat them? Because right now they're 2-0, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He got a chance though.
He's got a chance. Who's gonna beat him though?
That's a good question.
Who's gonna beat him?
Yeah.
I mean, right now the way he's playing, the way that team's playing, you think the Celtics?
Yeah.
You think the Celtics got him?
Celtics got him this year. I ain't gonna lie. Like Celtics probably gonna get their ass though. For sure. I know they beat the Nuggets, but it's the Celtics. It's not really the Nuggets.
Yeah, we're gonna tag. We'll tag Anthony.
We're gonna see though. We're gonna see.
That's all he needs.
Yeah, we're gonna tag him in that clip there.
Yeah, tag him in there.
Yeah, no, he kind of popped up on the scene like this year is like his breakout year. I mean, he was always good, obviously, but he's getting a lot more respect, a lot more press from everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I mean, obviously you're dunking on people and you're gonna get attention, but he's got that killer instinct as well. Like that fourth quarter, he solidifies himself as that guy.
Yeah.
And he's done that a couple times. And now he's talking trash. You see how he did KD?
Yep.
You see how he's doing these boys now?
He's backing it up though.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, right?
Yeah. So
you're talking, you gotta back it up.
Yeah. Back it up somehow.
He might be up next because, you know, LeBron and, you know, my age group, we on our way out, really. Mm-hmm. I remember the LeBron, I mean, I sound old. I remember the LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony argument. Who's going to be better? You know, this is when I'm in college. Who's going to be better? And I was always like a LeBron guy.
Yeah.
But, you know, them years is... Yes. LeBron's still at the top of the league, but you could tell he's on his way out now.
For sure.
Yeah, so these young guys are starting to...
Yeah, Ant-Man is going to be the face of the league soon.
Think so?
Yeah.
Is him or Ja? It's between them two.
Can't be Ja. He's too much of a hothead.
Nah.
It cannot be Ja, bro.
It's so much... I feel like
NBA...
Ja
mess around and they just can't be him.
Yeah, but NBA is about who's hot and then it's about like entertainment. That's really what it is, NBA. Like, I feel like Ja, regardless of what he do or what he did, like if it was somebody else doing it, they would be out of the league right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think you might be right
Ja,
there.
it brings so much to the NBA that they cannot get rid of him.
I don't know, bro.
Nah, I know, bro. Trust me.
I don't know.
He got the Nike contract, the face of Memphis.
Yeah. Now, because they'll go ahead and snatch up his Nike contract just like they did Kyrie's. They'll go ahead and they'll punish him if he keeps doing stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I'll say that for sure. But like I feel like them too, they got the chance to be the face of the leagues right now.
You don't like another guy, overseas guy, Luka Doncic?
Yeah, Luka's gonna be Luka regardless.
I like Luka. I think he's top 3, you know, faces of the league.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be Ant. But I think Luka's right there.
Yeah.
And then who else? Zion would be if he didn't stop getting hurt.
Yeah. I'm big on SGA.
Why you guys both say no? Like Zion isn't that?
Nah,
he had 40 just the last game he played.
Yeah, but he only plays once every 2 weeks. That's the problem.
Okay, but
that's the biggest question.
But if he plays,
he's
gonna give you 40 though.
Yeah,
not every time though.
It's not. I don't.
So you guys
consistency missing. Consistency.
I think the man probably averaged 25.
Yeah, but you gonna see Zion every now and then.
So you guys don't respect him like that. As basketball players, you guys don't respect him.
No. He nice though. Don't get me wrong. He nice. In a good franchise. He just don't play as much. Like we don't see him play as much. So like it's hard to like give a credit to somebody that you gonna see him like 1-2 games in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's always getting hurt. Always tweaking something. And can't play or just. They say it has a lot to do with his size, his weight. You think it does?
I mean, it can't be healthy for your knees to jump the way he jumps with that weight landing all over. Like you see the high school tapes.
Yeah,
like the way his knees bending in every time he lands. That can't be healthy in the long term.
Yeah, long term, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the ideal weight for you?
I mean this past few years.
Where are you at right now? Actually,
210. 211, but I'm trying to like turn down until I start the season. Because all these years I played this weight, 210, 205. But like by the time I have a goal, by the time I start my season in Maryland, by my first game, I want to be like 200.
200, okay.
200, 209.
200, you might be dunking on everybody.
Yeah, that's my goal. Like
really lose extra 5 pounds, you might be floating. Just
trying to be healthy as much as I can and just trying to be as light as I can.
That's good. I think we got some content. How long we been going?
An hour. Just an hour. Yep.
Yeah, I think we got some content.
Yeah. Any message you want to spread?
Yeah, just be you. You know what I mean? For any kid coming up, any kid got a dream playing this level, or just start your basketball career, or in the way, or in the struggles, ups and downs. Just be you. Just be around the people that you love. You know what I mean? That you feel comfortable with, doing what you love. Don't be on the social media too much, because the internet, like really just give somebody there just to give your opinion about what you got to do, what you got to change. And at the end of the day, people don't know you. Only you know yourself, and people around you know you. So just be you, achieve your goals, put the work in, even though it's hard, but the harder it gets, the better for yourself, you know what I mean, for you. On and off the court. So just trying to be you and don't trying to be nobody else. And keep God close. Keep your God and family close. It's the best thing. Yeah.
That's what's up.
He can't say it better than that, huh?
Yeah, he said it. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So appreciate you guys for coming out.
Appreciate
it. It's a pleasure having both of you guys here. And Selton, we wish you the best, man. I hope I see you in the league. I'm sure I'll see you in the league someday. Playing professional at some point.
Yes, sir.
And make sure you get your folks over here
to
watch you play this one last time.
It's a good for this season. For sure.
That's good. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.